Graffiti, graffiti, graffiti. It's beautiful art, right? Well, here's an over-the-top example of urban graffiti. Note the height of some of the works. Obviously, a ladder was used. Note the intricacy of the work. Yes, in a perverse sense, it's remarkable. Oh, and can you spot the tagger still at work in this photograph? The fact of the matter is, graffiti is not art. In reality, it's destructive, and it's illegal. Although beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, graffiti is criminal conduct and should be treated and considered as such. The degree of the crime depends on its location, content, and intent. It can be charged as a misdemeanor or felony and even have a hate crime attachment. As you see here, in our area, there are many examples of art intended for public places, to create beauty, and for the public's enjoyment. But graffiti expresses personal points of view, which are most likely not acceptable to the general public. So why do they graffiti? Well, the motivation of these graffiti artists is purely antisocial, either to express hateful points of view or other undesirable messages. It can be done for personal fame, to exhibit racism, to make threats, veiled or otherwise, gangs marking their territory, or to intimidate residents, or even to make political statements. Graffiti can also be found displayed on social media, such as Facebook. Not all graffiti is merely artistic expression. Much of it is hateful and intended to insult and anger. The truth of the matter is that anti-Semitic graffiti is on the rise here in Florida. Even centers of learning fall victim to hate messages created by racists and other taggers.
12 News at 5:30.
Now at 5:30, swastikas, graphic images, and racial slurs all found at a local high school. Now the search is on to try and find out who did it and why.
CBS 12's Maxine Bensel investigates. She joins us live outside of Santa Lucia's high school near Lantana. Maxine, you learned more about the specifics of the vandalism by talking to seniors themselves.
Liz and John, I spoke with some seniors here at Santa Lucia's High School who say they were disappointed that their last day of school was ruined and that senior celebration they've been looking forward to for 4 years canceled.
I just think it was really stupid and dumb.
When vandals broke into Santa Lucia's High School overnight, the damage was more than just gym walls and buildings tagged with swastikas, racial slurs, and other graphic images. Students like Andrew Beatron also lost their senior celebration after what was either a hate crime or senior prank taken too far.
The original senior prank, I think, was to spray some of the APs with silly string, but it's not really worth it to lose our senior celebration.
Beatron says he heard there was also reference to a popular but controversial Netflix series dealing with teen suicide.
There's also a TV show called 13 Reasons Why, and the main character, she kills herself, and her name was painted, I think, as well, too.
The school's principal, Tamika Robinson, sent a notice to parents saying the disrespectful actions will not be tolerated. She then canceled today's senior celebration, a celebration senior Dylan Gomes says his fellow classmates came to school ready for.
People dressed up and were ready to go, and like military, like the ROTC were all dressed up, and some of them were bummed. It's kind of messed up because I wanted to do and experience it for the first time, but we still have our graduation, so that's all right, it's fine.
The school says they will reschedule the senior celebration for a later date after all. Authorities are hoping that surveillance video from inside the school will help them identify the vandals. They say those responsible could face charges. Reporting live in Lantana, Maxine Bensel, CBS 12 News.
Swastikas and other anti-Semitic messages appear in many public and private schools.
Right now, some Palm Beach parents are concerned after a swastika symbol was found drawn inside the boys' bathroom of a school, and they feel the academy is underplaying what happened. It's all new at 5 o'clock. CBS 12's, or 5:30 rather. CBS 12's Andrea Marvin joins us on Palm Beach.
We spoke to a mother who is Jewish and does not want to go on camera, but she does tell us that this whole situation is very offensive to the Jewish community, and she feels it is completely unacceptable that the Academy is not calling this a hate crime. A swastika sign was found drawn in pencil in the boys' bathroom beyond these doors at Palm Beach Day Academy over winter break. A mother of a Jewish student does not feel the school is handling the incident as they should. A letter was sent home to parents informing them about the internal investigation that they are calling graffiti, stating, as the result of this incident, we will continue to have dialogue in the classrooms around diversity, inclusion, power, privilege, inequity, and injustice. Police say this is not being investigated as a hate crime because it is an isolated incident involving young children.
And I think it was child play. They didn't mean any harm to what they put up.
Parent Mary Leidy feels it is a good opportunity for dialogue.
And they met with the children and they were talking about it.
But the parent we spoke to, who is Jewish, who does not want to go on camera to protect her child, feels the school is downplaying what happened and it sends the wrong message to the Jewish students. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, shows there's been 1,000 hate-related incidents across the nation since November. The most occurred at K through 12 schools. Now, the principal did decline an on-camera interview, but we did talk to police, and they tell us that these types of incidences are very rare on Palm Beach.
In the Anchorage, swastikas and Ku Klux Klan graffiti appeared, creating outrage among the residents. They were directed to be immediately removed by local officials. Buildings are not the only target of graffiti taggers. These trailers were sprayed with anti-Semitic tags.
Called a hate crime by law enforcement.
2 trailers found vandalized with an anti-Semitic word in a predominantly Jewish community in suburban Boynton Beach.
Our South County reporter Miranda Christian was in the community today speaking with the people who live there and the owner of the trailers.
The vandals hit these 2 trailers in the Ponte Vecchio neighborhood overnight. The word Nazi was spray painted on almost every side.
Very, very disturbing, and I can't quite figure out what the point of it is.
Neighbors woke up to the black words on the trailers.
I am shocked to see it in this neighborhood.
The trailers belong to RCI Painting. The company has been painting houses in the community.
Been here 31 years. This is the first time.
Owner Marcel Rosen, who is Jewish, says he can't figure out who would have done this.
Saying something like that, it's actually doing some type of scar to your soul.
A large portion of the community is Jewish, and they say they're shocked by what they saw.
Well, how can you not take it personally? It's something that you don't want to see and hoped you would never see, especially in an area where you live.
Rosen tells me he would like to catch the person who did this. PBSO tells me they are investigating this as a hate crime. Reporting in West Boynton Beach, I'm Miranda Christian, WPTV News Channel 5.
Still more examples of racist and anti-Semitic graffiti here in Palm Beach County. Some graffiti is even more sinister, containing threats to ethnic groups and others, such as law enforcement. Gangs like 18th Street and MS-13 use graffiti as pro-gang propaganda. Here's graffiti and vandalism used as political statements. Graffiti can be found virtually anywhere in Palm Beach County. Who is the typical graffiti tagger? He or she is generally 12 to 25 years old, dedicated to personal fame, will extend to all ethnicities, economic and social backgrounds, has a low self-image and wants to belong, aspires to be piecers or intricate graffiti artists, is often discouraged after the first negative contact with law enforcement. If left to continue, will commit other crimes, and carries backpacks, hats, and shoes, some tagged. How to spot a tagger. He or she might have tag names written on the underside of a sports cap bill, visor, or on notebooks and other possessions. Have a backpack to hide spray cans. Possibly have bloodshot eyes from being out all night tagging and being exposed to dangerous toxic fumes from the markers and the paint. Might wear a bulky military jacket, pullover or zip up with a hood which helps to conceal spray cans and markers. He or she might have paint or marker pen dye stains on the hands, under the fingernails, or on clothes. Will wear baggy clothes with deep pockets to hide the spray cans, or will have spray paint on the sneakers. So, is your child a tagger? Well, most likely, your child will not leave the home looking like this. But if you find 2 or more of these implements among his or her things, your child is probably writing graffiti in your neighborhood. A hat, a hood, a bandana used to conceal the face from witnesses and hidden cameras. Wear a backpack, graffiti on the backpack and art supplies inside. A stencil for quick tagging. Gloves to keep the paint off the fingers. A black book for practicing. And he or she may even carry around fat markers, not for test taking.
Approximately 15 years ago, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office implemented the graffiti unit to go around the county to eradicate different graffitis and vandalism on property. We go out with 2 trucks throughout the county, and we cover the entire Palm Beach County from Boca to Belle Glade to Jupiter, and we could be anywhere, any day.
I just want to make sure that the graffiti is completely clean, that it doesn't bleed through. We do about 2 to 3 coats. I've been doing the job cleaning up and eradicating graffiti. I do over 6,000 locations a year for the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I respond to these locations and basically I pressure clean them, I paint them, I do everything to get rid of the graffiti so that I can keep Palm Beach County clean.
The paint that we utilize is actually donated by the Solid Waste Authority, and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office pays nothing to get it. We utilize inmate workers from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Main Detention Center. For every month that they work with us, we provide them 5 days off their sentence, so they're able to go home to their families sooner. When we're working on the sides of the roads, we actually get people thanking us for getting rid of the graffiti everywhere. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office eradicated over 3,000 different locations in 1 year. Making Palm Beach County clean is the #1 thing that the Sheriff's Office is looking to do.
Reporting graffiti. If you see graffiti in progress with a suspect on scene, dial 911. For non-emergencies, no suspect on scene, dial 561-688-3400. To submit graffiti photos or information to the Graffiti Eradication Unit, email graffiti@pbso.org or contact Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County. Dial 800-458-8477 or visit Crime Stoppers at www.crimestopperspbc.com/report-graffiti. Remember, if you see something, say something. Thank you for watching our graffiti presentation.